Welcome back. You're with us here on the Leaders of Tomorrow, and we're continuing to take in all your queries here with our panel of experts. The next one is a call that's coming to us from Nishir Gordhandas. Go ahead, Nishir.
We are a software company and offer web portals, mobile apps, cloud solutions with an impressive client list like Taj Hotels, Just Look Hospital, RPG Cables, and many others. To continue adding big names to our client list, we feel that our employees need to be continuously groomed, trained, and prepare them to take on additional responsibilities. For this, I would like to have an expert advice on how to go ahead with this.
All right. Thanks very much for that query, Nishir. So one would, of course, be the fact that and just before we took the break, we were talking about how a lot of the sales can be done on the phone. Doesn't necessarily need to be, face to face with a client. With Nishir has a specific concern about essentially the amount which is required to be spent. I'm assuming that's the query about the cost that's required to really groom employees to ensure that they're in a position to meet employees. What would you to meet clients? What would you recommend?
I think it's a very specialized field, web portals, mobile apps and all. So the training that is available is very limited, and therefore I think the seniors should mentor the juniors, and also if required lateral recruitment can be done, and or send the employees who need training outside for some secondment or that kind of thing, so that they get trained. Plus, if you want to groom them, one is that you empower them, you give them the the authority and accountability should go hand in hand. You can't just make them accountable and not give them the authority. So there are different ways of grooming people, empowering them, and they can come up. But of course, training is very important, and therefore seniors should also take on this responsibility, and wherever possible, if external training is available, they should impart that, or they should recruit from other organizations. Certain training needs can be made.
Sure.
Absolutely. The only thing I would suggest is that young people, sometimes sales people don't know how the other parts of the organizations work, or the people who are in the development side don't know how the sales team works, and sometimes a better understanding of how the whole organization works is useful for early young team members. So moving them in through different jobs and getting to understand different aspects of the business might be help them to grow faster, and also giving them multiple responsibilities just outside their scope of work could also be one area of improvement.
Nishir, thanks for sending in that query, and I hope it's been sufficiently answered.